My name is Jenkins and I'm doing a student dialogue video. My dialogue was, Am I a Good Person?, which was a dialogue on religion and morality. In our group, we used a technique with our thumbs. If we thought a person was good, we would put our thumb up. If we thought a person was bad, we'd put our thumb down. If we didn't really know the person, we'd put our thumb in the middle. When we said Michael Jackson, for example, some people put their thumbs up, some put them down. There was not really in the middle. But when that happened, not everyone got a chance around the room to discuss why they thought that. If majority of people had their hands up or their thumbs up, then, we just kind of moved on to the next one. We had a few people say, one or two words saying why we thought they were good, and then we moved on to the next one. Not everyone in our group got a chance to talk. There were some people that were just kind of shied away from talking because there'd be certain people that would just blurt out and talk over people, and not everyone got the chance to talk. It would have been more beneficial if everyone went around the room and, at least said one word or something. That would have brought up a new thing, and then at the end, reflect on that. We did not achieve a true dialogue. And the dynamics of our group were kind of, up and down, depending on what person we were talking about or what we were talking about. When we talked about religion, it was just a very brief example about how some kid threw a Quran into the library bridge and how that was, against the morals of the whole religions stuff. So, during that, not many people talked. There was only maybe 2 or 3 people that said something. And then we kind of shied away from that and moved on to people. And while we talked about people, more people were engaged in the dialogue. But not everyone got a chance to talk, which was really, really upsetting. And the reserved voices, when they did talk, it was very good. Like, they had very good explanations, and everyone's shy at first, so of course they're not going to talk, but they ended up talking, and when they did, it was a really good outcome. When we were talking about religion, though, there was only 2 people that talked, which wasn't good, but I could tell by just kind of looking around that, more people had things to say, they just weren't able to talk about it. And the role that I played in my group was I just kind of sat there and answered, a few questions. I didn't really have a chance to, give my explanation on how I think about, the religious aspects, and whether people were good or bad. I never really had that chance. But in my opinion, I thought that the student dialogue was all right. I thought it should be maybe a little bit more Clemson based, maybe about things that are going on in Clemson and, religious groups that we have and things that happen at Library Bridge, and like how people can hand out Bibles and stuff, and how we should respect that and, just say no thank you and walk on instead of taking one and then throwing it, because it could really hurt someone's feelings. And we didn't really touch on that very well. We just kind of discussed a little bit about it, but we didn't really get into depth about it. So overall, I thought my dialogue was okay. Not everyone got a chance to talk, which was probably the biggest thing that just kind of bothered me, because I could tell people wanted to talk, but there are these 2 main voices that just kept going back and forth that, really kind of drove the whole conversation. So if everyone got a chance to talk, maybe by going around the room and, saying at least a word or 2, and then going back and reflecting, that would really, really help. And also, it would be a little bit more interesting if they talked, about Clemson, because, not many people wanted to do it. While I was in there, everyone was just terrified of, I'm not talking, and why are we doing this? We shouldn't have to do this. But, it should be more things that happen in reality at Clemson that would really, really help. Like incidents at Clemson and, things that happen and could happen to you and how you should take approaches on that. That would be very, very beneficial. And that is my video. Thank you.